Hello everyone, I am Jaideep Lokur and today we are going to talk about SAP career path for students and professionals. First of all, let us see what are SAP projects. Business transformation. If any organizations wants to simplify their business process because they are very complex today, then businesses goes for the business transformation project. Second is the implementation project. The implementation project is that once you finalize your business process, then you need to map them into the system. Normally, many of the big organizations goes for the global template project where they do the business transformation project and the pilot country rollout or pilot country implementation at the same time. So the business transformation and implementation can be one single project or they can be two separate projects. Once you finalize your design and you implement for one of the countries or the region, then you go for the rollout for the other countries or the region. Those projects are called as a rollout projects. SAP continuously upgrade their software based on to the current developments, current needs, and the new innovations which they bring. And that is where you need to upgrade your application from time to time. And those projects are called as a upgrade projects. System conversion. Since 2015, SAP has come up with S4 HANA. Earlier, SAP was using ECC, and that is still there, and it will continue to be there. But if you want to convert your system from ECC to S4 HANA, it is called as a system conversion project. Why? Because these two are different products. They are not the same product family products. That is where the upgrade projects are within the same product family, and the system conversion is when you are converting your system from ECC to S4 HANA. Now, once you implement or roll out, then you need to support the system. And that is where you need to have a support team. And those projects are called as a support projects. And these support projects are not mere support projects, but they will continue to do the continuous improvement also. So these are the SAP projects into which you will be working. Many times it is told that if you are new, it is very good to go into the implementation project or the business transformation project so that you will learn more. And if you go to the support project, you will lose the things. Probably you will not learn much of a things as compared to those implementation projects. It's not true. There are continuously new business requirements are coming. There are continuously new innovations are coming. And if you apply your mind, then you can work exactly the same way as that of a implementation project in support project as well. So the high level tracks are there is a functional team, there is a technical team, and there is a management. Yeah. But there are additional tracks as well. We will talk about when we are talking about various SAP project roles. Management, the project director. Project director is a person who generally comes during the signing of the contract or during the steering committee. Normally, every month there is a steering committee, and the people look at it whether the project is going well or otherwise, whether there are any additional things needs to be done. Those all aspects are covered into the steering committee for which the project director comes in and he overlooks that. Whereas the project manager, he looks day to day whether the project is going right or not. He ensures basically all the teams are interconnected and he ensures the project goes within the time, delivered within the time and within the budget. Integration manager. Integration manager is nothing but in a given organization, you will be having various processes: sales, finance, manufacturing, procurement, and so on. And these processes are interlinked with each other. What I mean by interlinked, let us take the example of when you are creating the invoice, you will be creating the invoice into the sales process. But when you want to account that, you need to account that into the finance, right? So you need to make sure that the both processes are integrated in a nice way. Similarly, there are some processes are happening within SAP. Some processes may be happening into the SaaS product, or some basically processes may be happening into non-SAP system. So you need to make sure that all the processes are getting implemented seamlessly, and that is ensured by the integration manager. Within the project team, there is a solution architect. So whenever you are going for any SAP implementation, you will be using digital core, you will be using various SaaS products, you will be using various non-SAP products, you need to have the middleware. So you need to make sure that all these systems, which all systems I should take and how I should be rolling them out. Because many times you will not be actually delivering or taking all the systems at a time. You will be having a roadmap. And for that, you need to have a solution architect there. Data manager is another important entity or important role. You are having transactional data and you are having a master data, right? So somebody needs to make sure that your data, the master data, is mapped correctly. The data models are correct. The transactional data models are also correct. So those all aspects will be taken care by the data manager. The business consultant. When you are having the business transformation project, at that point of a time, you need to consult to your customers that what is the simple and best process for them, right? And that is where you need a business consultant. And when you know that particularly business process, then you should be able to map that. And that thing is being done by the functional team. And within the functional team, you are having functional lead, and under him or her, there is a team. The functional team members are there. Functional team will be there for sales. The separate team will be for there for manufacturing and all the streams. Then it comes the technical team, right? When any of the given requirement is not being mapped by configuration, then you need to modify the system, which means you need to customize it. And who does it? The technical team will do that. So the functional team will tell these are the things which I need modifications. They will give the business requirements and the technical team will do the changes. So there is a technical lead and there is a technical team below him or her. Similarly, you are having various testing, right? There is a self test, unit test, integration test, volume test, support for UAT means user acceptance test. So these are the various tests you will be having, for which you will be needing test lead and the test team. Many times cutover lead, this position is being worked by integration manager. But many times for a big programs, there is a separate cutover lead. What he does is that he ensures that the master data goes into the system correctly. Open transactions which you want to be in the system before you go live, those transactions should be there. When the earlier system should be shut down, when the new system should be coming up. For all those aspects, there is a cutover lead. So these all roles which we talked about is more of a project roles, right? For any SAP projects. But the engagement manager is a little different role. He is continuously engaged with the customer right from getting the requirement about the whole the project, and he will be dealing with all the commercial transactions with the customer. But at the same time, he should be knowledgeable about SAP. So that is also one of the role which you can look for. So what is the journey? Be it fresher or be it professional, this is the journey. So let us talk about the first row. This is a functional team, right? Or many times the industry principles are coming from the business perspective. So you may call it as for the consulting. So you start basically with the associate consultant, then you become consultant, senior consultant, lead consultant, principal consultant, industry principal. But if you are there into the technical team, you will start your career with the system engineer, then you will be senior system engineer, then the technical lead. Right? Now, when you are senior consultant into consulting stream or a technical lead into the technical team, you can move to integration managers stream, or that role you can move, or you can move to the project manager role, or you can move to the test lead role. If you are going to the project manager, then you will be becoming the program manager subsequently. What it means is that the project, say, if it is a global project, then if you are running the US and the Europe at the same time, they may see that as a two projects. And for Europe, there is a one project manager. For US, there is a one project manager. And for all total program, there is a one program manager, and for which there is one program director. So this project manager, program manager, and program director, this is the way you can progress upon. If you are a functional or technical after certain experience, say for example, after the senior consultant or the technical lead, or sometimes after the lead consultant, you will become solution architect. So you will be making sure that from the business perspective and the technical perspective, how they can adopt. They means customer can adopt the SAP, various SAP, non-SAP systems, various business processes, and so on, for which the solution architect role is required. It is not hard and fast that only after lead consultant or the technical lead you can become the solution architect. Depending on your experience, you can become solution architect earlier or later, or and also it depends on the opportunity you get into it. When you start your career as a fresher after the graduation or the post graduation, you may go with the in the system as a associate consultant or system engineer. But if you are a professional who is working into the company or any of the companies, right, uh, within sales department or within manufacturing department, then after 4 or 5 years, if you decide that I want to move to SAP, then you can obviously move to the SAP. You can become directly consultant or the senior system engineer, or sometimes you can become directly senior consultant also. And it is not hard and fast. You can go up and above as well, right? The main important point is that when you are a technical stream, you may not become principal consultant or industry principal. It is not hard and fast, but generally it is little difficult. Normally, the technical team members go for the project management, right? So, easiest paths people generally take is that from associate consultant to industry principal. If they want to become project manager, then they can do it after certain experience, or they can go for the integration manager or the solution architect. If you are a technical person starting with system engineer and moving to technical lead, then you can move to integration management or the project management or test lead and the solution architect, but you will not be going to the consulting. Similarly, the consulting stream generally don't get into the technical stream, but it is not hard and fast. Please remember that. Now, all these teams are there at on-site, offshore, and nearshore. On-site means if you are having a customer in US, and if the team is sitting in his office, then it is on-site. And if that particularly project is being supported from the offshore or the different location, then it is offshore. But nearshore is also there, right? Nearshore means if you are having basically office in US, you are having a delivery center in US, and your team is sitting into your office, then it is a nearshore. And if your team is sitting in India or Malaysia, then it is offshore. So I hope you must have understood now what is SAP journey. And in subsequently or subsequent videos, we will be talking much more detail onto each of the streams as well. Till then, bye and thank you.